one of the questions that I see time and time again is, why won't a lawyer take my case? I can't find a lawyer who's willing to take my case. I am totally sympathetic to that, and especially as a lawyer, I can tell you after 25 years of doing this now, why lawyers will take your case and why they won't take your case. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I've been a trial lawyer for 25 years, and I'm also the globally recognized best-selling author of Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. And if you're new here, I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. What I want to talk about today, this often leaves people feeling confused and angry and resentful and ashamed and hopeless and all of those things. Why won't a lawyer take my case? I'm going to tell you the reasons why in this video, and I'm also going to tell you what you can do instead. This is the video that I wish that someone had made for people 20 years ago when I started practicing law. And stay with me till the end, because I'm going to tell you exactly how to improve your chances and also what to do to prove narcissistic abuse in court. So why does this happen? It happens because people will either get to a case too late, or there's a whole bunch of other reasons. But people will often say, I feel stuck, I feel frustrated, I feel angry, I feel like the narcissist is winning, there's nothing I can do, they have more money, they're smarter than me. And you feel victimized once again. So this is not your fault. And it doesn't even mean that you don't have a valid case necessarily, but there are some really solid reasons why a lawyer might just say no right now. Okay. And so this way you can stop taking it personally and start taking back your power. So the first reason might simply be capacity issues. It might be that lawyers just have too many cases. I know that I have been in that situation before, and I'll be like, I cannot take one single more case. There's only so many hours in a day, and I'm a human being, and I still need to be able to sleep and eat and shower and all of those things. And I can tell you that there were times that I thought, I'm not taking one more single case, and then people would say, you have to take my sister's case or whatever. And I really had to learn how to have my boundaries, because what happens is a lawyer might take your case, and if they really don't have capacity and they haven't been honest with you about that, then you're just going to end up feeling frustrated because you can't get in touch with them, or they're not doing the work on your case that they should be. There's multiple court hearings, a lot of discovery. There's a lot of things going on, unpredictable blow-ups. It'll feel to you like your case is not that important if they've taken your case and they really are like drowning in work. So it has nothing to do with the merits of your case. It really just might be that they don't have the capacity to take your case. The next one is what I call risk versus reward. Okay. And this is the harsh reality. Let's just say that you've got a pretty much of a complex case, or it's going to take a lot of work on the lawyer's part, and they know that you only have a certain amount of means. So they might just be like, listen, it's going to cost so much money and hours for us to move forward with this, and it's better for you to do X. Either go to a lawyer that costs less, maybe legal aid, something like that. If a lawyer senses that representing you is going to take hours and hours and hours of their time, and you're really not going to be able to afford that, then they may decide that the case is just not a good fit between you and the lawyer. It's not about you, it's about liability, workload, and economics. So that's number two. The next one is documentation gaps. Many people come to me after years of dealing with emotional turmoil, and they have not documented in the way that they need to. So what do lawyers need? They need clear timelines. They need screenshots. They need patterns, financial documentation. Some of these things the lawyer can help you get, either through the discovery process or depositions, things like that. But a lot of people show up completely disorganized. They don't have anything together. And again, none of this is your fault. Narcissists create chaos, but it really takes a lot more lift on the lawyer's part. And, if they don't think that they're going to be able to get a result for you, they may just say, this is not a case for me. The next one might just be a deadline situation. So let's say you've got court in a week or something like that, and they just know there's no way that they're going to be able to come in, catch up, get up to speed, figure out what needs to be done, do all the things that need to be done in such a short period of time. Again, that's not your fault necessarily. It's just that they just simply, it would be malpractice for them to come in and just try to take over at that point. So what can you do instead? This is where everything changes. First of all, you don't need a lawyer to start building the case that lawyers need. You need structure, you need patterns, you need a system, you need a leverage, which is exactly why I created Slay AI, which is the first legal strategy AI designed specifically for narcissistic abuse cases. And with Slay AI, you can instantly upload text, screenshots, create patterns, build timelines, generate court-ready exhibits, identify the statute that is linked in your particular case, find contradictions, generate attorney agendas, generate leverage statements, and build a case that lawyers want to take because they're like, oh my God, this is all done for me. I can win on this. So without dropping $10,000 to $20,000 in fees before you're ready, you can walk into a lawyer's office with saying, here are the timelines, here are the patterns, here's the contradictions, here's the violations, here's the financial inconsistencies, here's the recommended leverage angles. And lawyers fall in love with clients that come in organized. I promise you, because organized clients win. So if you don't know where to start with that, just go get my free documentation cheat sheet at docthenarc.com and just start with that. It's totally free. Okay. Remember to start documenting everything clean, chronological, labeled, identify recurring patterns. 3 instances equals a pattern. Link behaviors to impact, time, money, finances, safety, create contradictions, discrepancies. They said this and then they did that. Identify violations of court orders, agreements, deadlines, build the leverage points backed by evidence, and then present these all in an attorney-ready format. That's exactly what Slay AI does for you automatically. And then listen, if a lawyer hasn't taken your case, it doesn't mean that you don't have a case. Okay, it just means that maybe you need to present it to them in a way that demonstrates why they should take your case. And this is the way to help you do that. And the truth of the matter is, you want somebody who's going to be on your side. You want somebody that you feel like is your advocate, who's going to fight for you, who's going to have good communication skills, who's going to prepare you properly, or you are preparing them properly and they're ready to listen to you. You want to have that rapport. Use your lawyer as a tool, not your savior. Just remember, the lawyer knows the law, but they don't know your life. And this is your life, and you want to win in your life. So if you're so ready to win, I want you to put "I'm ready to win" in the comments below. I'm ready to win. And if you need additional support, join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. If you've ever built anything from scratch, whether it's a business, a brand, or a podcast, you know there's nothing small about it. The decisions, the hustle, the grind, the pressure, it's so all-consuming. And that's why I was so grateful to find Shopify when I set up my own store, shop.rebeccazung.com. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide and handles 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from giants like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just starting out. It simplifies everything: inventory, payments, analytics, marketing, all in one place, and their built-in tools make it so easy to run email and social campaigns that keep customers coming back. If you're selling globally, Shopify can help you do that too in over 150 countries. If you're selling in person, their award-winning point of sale brings your online and retail worlds together. And with 99.9% uptime and the best converting checkout on the planet, you'll never miss a sale. Get all the big stuff for your small business right with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial and start selling at shopify.com/negotiate. That's shopify.com/negotiate. The next video that I want you to watch is how attorneys prove narcissistic abuse in court, even if there's no police report, no bruises, no witnesses. You feel like you don't have any leverage at all. There's no communication. What can you do if they're looking like the angel and you're looking like the problem? Make sure you watch that video next. But before you go, make sure that you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and you share it with anybody who needs to see this right now. Anybody who's out there going, why won't a lawyer take my case? I want you to share this video with them right now. Just check and make sure that you're subscribed and you've hit that bell. All right. And I want to know, what's been the hardest part for you finding a lawyer who understands narcissistic abuse or who will take your case? Make sure you comment so that people know that they're not alone and they're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're not alone. You can do this. You can do hard things. You're not powerless. You're building leverage, and leverage wins. All right. We'll see you in that next video.